Hello, GRE test takers. Today, we're going to start a series that I will call GRE synonym grouping exercises. So, basically, in the sentence equivalence type questions, you're going to be given 6 words, right? You're going to be given 6 words, and then you have to answer 2 of them giving the same meaning to the sentence. Usually, they're synonyms. So, for this exercise, I'm going to give you 6 words here, and you just have to group them. That is going to be something that you have to do on test day. You're going to see 6 words, you're going to group the synonyms, and choose which synonyms go in the blank, right? Usually on test day, there are going to be 2 synonym couples. That means 2 words that go together and 2 other words that go together, and then you're going to have 2 extras that don't match with anything. So really, you're just choosing between 2 pairs, right? Well, this will be a bit harder. We're going to have 6 GRE words. In the actual GRE, it may be less in a group of 6, like less difficult words, fewer difficult words. But here we're going to have 6, and then you're going to have to group 3 pairs, all right? One other thing I want to say, if you randomly choose a pair of words out of the 6, you're going to have a 1 in 30 chance of being right. But if you pair them, your chances increase drastically. Like if there are 3 pairs, it's 1 out of 3. If there are 2 pairs, it's just 1 out of 2 without even reading the sentence. All right, so that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to give you 6 words. Here they are. All right, so they're trite, capricious, fickle, dilettante, neophyte, and hackneyed. So I'm going to let you look at the words. Start with what you know and ask yourself, is there any other word I can group it with? Look around. I'm going to start with neophyte. I'm going to start with neophyte because we have a root here. The root is neo, meaning new. I think it's Greek. I don't know. But anyway, it means new. So probably it has something to do with something that's new, right? Well, the definition is a beginner, someone who's just starting out at something, all right? Like you in this video right now. Well, yeah, sure. The next word, the word that pairs with it, do you know? It's dilettante. Dilettante. So we have neophyte and dilettante together already. Let me just tell you, there are a few others. There's tyro, that would be a synonym to those. Fledgling. Fledgling is like a baby bird. Tyro actually is a Latin word for like a new recruit in a legion. So those could work together with these 2 as well. All right, so let's keep going. What else do we have? Fickle. Some of you may know what fickle means. It means somebody who, or it could describe somebody who's like flip-flopping. They don't really know what they want, right? They don't really know how they feel about something. They're always changing their mind. Any idea which one matches that? Trite, hackneyed, or capricious? Well, it is capricious. Capricious means something very volatile, changing back and forth, right? Not stable. We have a few other words that are synonyms to these. There is volatile, of course. There's errant, E-R-R-A-N-T. And there's mercurial. Mercurial. So that leaves us obviously with hackneyed and trite. Both meaning something that's like often repeated, boring, doesn't have much meaning, okay? Like a platitude. Like, don't worry, it'll always work out. Someone will say that. If someone says that to you, it's considered a platitude because maybe they don't actually know. They don't know your personal circumstances. Yeah, so other words, trite, hackneyed, are quotidian. We have quotidian, insipid, and banal, B-A-N-A-L, banal. So, all right, we have those words. Review those later, write those down, make flashcards out of them. Let's go to the next 6. So, Our next 6 words are noxious, caustic, recondite, Spartan, ascetic, and abstruse. Abstruse. All right, I'll let you pause the video, look at them, try to group them. All right, so which ones did we start with? Which ones make most sense or look the most familiar? Perhaps Spartan looks familiar. Most everyone knows who the Spartans were or what the city was. I think it was named after the city. Or the people are named after the city, probably. Sparta, yeah. All right, so anyway, yeah, if you describe someone as Spartan, it doesn't actually mean that they're like warlike or strong, like what you would think. But it's very close. It means somebody who eschews nice things. It means they reject nice things, and they live very plainly, rough. They live without luxuries. So like a Spartan would live a Spartan lifestyle because maybe they sleep out in the field, like before a battle or something. They don't eat like nice foods. Yeah. Ascetic would be the synonym to that. Sorry to just kind of give that away really quick. But ascetic would be the synonym. People often describe monks as living ascetic lifestyles, right? Because they also don't live off of much. Okay. All right. So what else do we have here? Let's look through them. These are not easy. I'm gonna start with caustic and noxious. These are synonyms that both mean something that can hurt you, something sharp, something that can hurt you, like, noxious, it comes from the same root as the word innocuous. Innocuous means it's not harmful, right? So noxious is harmful. And caustic would be a synonym to that, okay? That leaves us with recondite and abstruse. Anytime you see the word abstruse, you should automatically be thinking of the word obscure, okay? Think of the word obscure, because they kind of look the same and they mean the same thing. So abstruse, obscure, recondite all mean something that's difficult to understand, maybe complicated, like that, okay? All right, let's go through our last 6 words. So we have transitory, prevent, prolific, ephemeral, obviate, and fecund. So let's look through those. You can pause the video here. So obviously we probably know what prevent is. Prevent means to stop something from happening, right? What here makes sense? If you don't know which one makes sense, which one's closest to prevent, at least mark off the ones that could not be prevent. You might be left with obviate, fecund, perhaps ephemeral. If you don't know those 3 words, I mean. Well, the word to prevent is synonymous to the word obviate. So you might obviate a disaster by pulling your parachute, okay? Prevent a disaster, right? Let's look through the rest. We have transitory, prolific, fecund, ephemeral. Prolific, you probably know what it means. To be a prolific artist means to be a productive artist or fruitful artist. Fecund actually comes from the Latin for fruitful. So there's your synonym there, okay? It's just nobody says them. A lot of GRE words nobody says. You may see them written down, but not spoken very often. So our last words obviously are transitory. You can think of transit, meaning something like in transit, would mean it's always changing, okay? Maybe short lasting would be synonymous, or same idea, similar idea. Ephemeral would be the synonym to that. Also, short lasting. All right? Okay, so I will see you in the next video. But make flashcards out of the words that you learned here. It was 18 total words. And we'll have 18 more in the next one.